Oh my God.
2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Monroe Mann here, YouTube #1 live streamer. Tonight with special guest Damian Rudys. Is that how you say your last name? Rudys?
Rudys. Y
Rudys.
is a little bit long. Yeah, yes. Thank.
Rudys.
Oh, whoa,
Because
whoa, whoa, whoa.
that's
Don't go
because
overboard.
it's because he's very rude, and that's why it's
I am known to
Rudys.
be, you know what? Ironically, I am known to be quite rude sometimes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that when you just walked right on by when I said hello to you on the streets of Miami Beach.
So, so what you
So
been up to, man? I haven't seen you for over a year. I
yeah,
mean, what's going on? Private investigations, lawsuits, comedy.
yeah, and now doing YouTube live streaming as well. So we've got a lot a
You
lot of
see, I'm interviewing you now. The
hey,
tables have changed.
the tables have turned.
Oh, sorry.
If
Let me
if
write
you're
it
gonna
down.
if you're gonna use
I'm still
English
working on my
idioms, you got
English.
to use them correctly. So we got one person here so far. I don't know if that's K Dots football or somebody else, but whoever you are, welcome. You're the first person here. Great to have you. So Damien and I are both in Miami Beach tonight, and it's cold out tonight. Am I right?
Was wearing this long sleeve jacket, which is pretty cool. You don't get a chance to wear long sleeve, shirts very often, and we all wait for these cold fronts so we can wear our clothes from our past lives, right? Because
I know.
90% of the people who live in Miami Beach are from up north somewhere, all around the world, which makes Miami-Dade County #1 immigrant city in the world.
More so than New York City?
I think so.
You
A lot of
think?
people in New York were born in New York.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's what you mean by
Yeah,
immigrant.
yeah. My
And
by immigrant meaning born not in that county or city.
yeah, I would say 90% of the people who I meet were not born in. It's very rare to find somebody who's actually from Miami.
Oh yeah, yeah. And when you meet them, you wanna, hang on to them.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
well,
Is that your ringtone? Is
yeah,
it?
that was my alarm to remind me that I have Chinese class in an hour and a half. So, but it's an alarm. It's my Rocky. Dun 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 dun
Okay,
dun
let's.
dun 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 dun
I
dun.
mean, okay, let's talk about that. Why
Oh,
Chinese?
所以你要和我说中文吗？
Whoa, whoa, sir! I didn't know you're fluent.
哦，我会说非常好的中文，因为以前我住在上海，
That's
好不
pretty good.
好？好不
A-
好
And I know you're not faking it.
No, it's real. It's real Chinese.
If you faked it, it would be too hard. It's easier just to learn it.
When people fake Chinese, they go, "Oh."
So,
What's up, Eli Sanchez? How are you? Good to see you. So we got Damian Rudys here, and he wanted, instead of me telling everyone where he's from, he wanted me to tee him up with a question. So,
no,
Damian, so where are you from?
I'm a global citizen. I'm a citizen of the world.
That was your answer.
That is my answer. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, fine, but where were you born?
Okay.
Aha!
All right. So let's just use correct questions.
Oh my gosh! Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
I was born in East Europe in a cold, miserable Lithuania.
Lithuania is not cold and miserable. I've been there, and it's very nice. Hi, Lucas. Great to see you. Lithuania is a beautiful country. You know that I'm Lithuanian, right?
I didn't. No.
You remember my mom was there, and she was
Oh
telling you
yes, yes. Now I remember. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
you forgot
Okay.
everything. You even forgot me walking down the street, and I go hi, and you just walk right by.
Was I jogging?
I don't know. You were just being rude, Damian
Yeah,
Rudys.
you caught me at a bad time.
Do, do you get upset very easily and frustrated? Is that like? Are you always
Yeah,
in a bad mood?
I'm very grumpy. Like when it comes to like people not doing things right on the street, like or like
Wait a second. Let
or
me stop for a
in
second.
traffic.
Wait, you just said when it comes to people not doing things right on the street, tell me these rules of the street that I have never heard of.
Well, look, for example, let's say we're walking on a sidewalk, right? Uh, and there's unwritten rules. For example, let's stay to the right. And let's
Okay.
assume our lane. Let's say you and me are walking from the top opposite directions.
Oh,
So,
I
so I assume the right lane and you assume the left lane in advance so we don't bump into each other and it's not awkward. Some people seem to not know all of these. Like, look, they can't teach you everything at school. Some
yeah.
things you just pick up, it's just common sense, but apparently it's not very common, is it?
I found it's in Miami Beach more than it is. And when I'm in New York City, people know to stay in their
Ah.
lanes here. Here, I find like I'm walking on the sidewalk and there are three people and they're taking over the whole thing. And I've gotten so annoyed with it that all I do is I just stay where I am and I just plow my shoulder. Boom. Right? And they
I've
go,
done
whoa. And
it.
I go, dude, you're get on your side of the sidewalk.
You know what I do sometimes? If we are once we get really close and I see they really don't respect other people around. It's not just that they're taking up the sidewalk. It, to me, is you're using public space. We all are. We're sharing that space. We're sharing all the public spaces. And when I go outside, I'm aware if somebody's walking by and they're half a mile away, I'm already aligning. Like, and I expect the same respect from others. But it's which is why I get frustrated all the time.
I
So when
agree
they
with
don't
you.
align, and I'm like, I can see, okay, they really don't give a fuck about anybody. I
Watch
will
your
just,
language. Watch your language. Remember? I
oh,
don't want to
sorry.
get demonetized for foul language.
So I just stop and I let them bump into me.
And
That way, I
you
can
just
call
stop and stand
Monroe.
still.
uh, I stand still just so it's like in basketball. They just take up a position in a post,
And you
defensive.
plant. You
So,
plant.
yeah, you plant. That's it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are learning how to stand your ground when you're walking on the sidewalk and the approaching pedestrian is rude and thinks they control the whole sidewalk. Damian Rudys right here. By the way, he's a official Miami Beach tour guide, so he knows the sidewalks.
Uh, Not just a tour guide. I'm a tour operator first,
A tour operator.
which means I own the business, and only secondary, I'm a tour guide or tour host, which I prefer. But yes,
Very nice, very nice. What's the name of the company?
MiamiDecoTours.com.
MiamiDecoTours.com. Very cool. Lucas, I forget. Hey, is Sigma, Damien, is Sigma a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know the lingo these days.
Say you're a Sigma L sub. What is that, Sigma?
Yeah, see, I don't even know. I think people try to get me to say things here that I probably shouldn't say. But Lucas, we mentioned your name. Damien said it, but I don't care if you sub or not, because I mean, I'm sure you're not going to sub just because we say it. I hope you'll sub because you think I'm an awesome host and an awesome live streamer, and you want to come back and see music and comedy and more special guests like Damien here, and politics, current events, psychology, law, all that jazz. Yeah, that's right, Lucas. It's good. It is good. You said you wanted to talk philosophy,
Yeah, let's talk about it.
so I'm up to talking philosophy. You want to
Uh,
kick things off?
what do you think philosophy is?
Well, philosophy, I mean, is I think is like the lover of wisdom or the lover of life. What is philosophy? It's like the study of life, right?
Yes, there are so many different definitions by different people, by different institutions.
Here,
But
let
what it really is to me, the way I see it, to keep it simple, it's rules of life in order to maximize long-term pleasure and minimize pain.
but that's only one part of philosophy because that's Jeremy Bentham.
I don't know who that.
Jeremy Bentham is that guy whose his main thing is the purpose of life is to maximize pleasure and minimize pain.
But okay, so I don't know how Jeremy means it, but when I say maximize pleasure, I don't mean let's all inject heroin. I
No,
mean
no,
let's
no. I'm just saying that that's just one philosophy of one train of thought, but that's your philosophy.
no. That's philosophies I follow. I follow Stoicism, a lot of them. Stoicism would be at the top of everything because all the REBT, all the RBT, emotive behavior therapy, all those therapies, all of those scientific, they're all based on Stoicism. They just repackaging what was around 3,000 years ago, and they're reselling it as a new product. And now people buy into it because they're afraid of word philosophy. Because I believe church bastardized that word, because church did not people want people to question things. Because
Hmm.
philosophy always says one thing. Well, it says a lot of things, but one of the things it encouraged questioning everything. And that's not convenient for church when someone says, "Wait a second, explain me that, explain me this, explain me the other." Oh, no, no, no.
Uh,
Philosophy is just something for academia. This is what church did. They, oh, it's just for academia.
that's
It's not for regular people.
Seneca was a Stoic. Am I right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, I'm reading his book now. What the heck is the name of it? Uh, Lamentations, or let me find the book here. See if I can find it. What's up, Carly? How are you? Let me see if I can find the book on Stoicism. I think it's here somewhere. Have have you read it?
No, no.
Um, Let me see. I think I have it right here. Oh yeah, here it is. Look, Seneca's Letters from a Stoic.
Okay. Letters from a Stoic.
So
I've
I'm
heard it.
only
Yeah.
about 20 pages into it so far, but
So,
it is brilliant stuff.
but
Really,
isn't it
really
practical? Isn't it practical?
very practical, 100% practical, and that's I
So,
think that's what's
so,
really nice about it.
so
Oh,
people,
one
a lot of people
second.
don't.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead.
you're looking at these comments. Hong Kong, Alan Thick on the right, bro. Carly says, I can't listen. I have a chore to do. Who's the guest? The guest is Damian Rudys. He's a fellow Miami Beachin and a gentleman of the world, but from Lithuania originally. And he is a tour operator, tour owner here in Miami Beach. And
And
we're
tour
talking,
guide, a historian.
and tour guide and historian. And right now we're talking about Stoicism. What do you like most about Stoicism?
It gives control to you. Uh, If you follow relatively simple, it's not simple to implement, but it's relatively simple to understand. If you follow those teachings, let's say formulas, it gives control to you rather than out of you. Uh, I mean, give me a situation. I'll give me a situation where something is disturbing you,
I would say just
like an everyday situation. Let's say you're on the beach and something happened. I don't know.
let me hold on, let me just plug this thing in. Why is this not working? Okay. Something that disturbs me is I'm really frustrated with the weather here because I like this colder weather, and it's annoying that only today and tomorrow will be chilly, and then it's going back to being hot, and it drives me absolutely crazy. What's up, K Dots? Do you have something to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, you have simple simple choices. You can move out where it's colder.
What if there are things that keep me from moving because things are more established here and this and that? And
Okay, okay. In that case, look, there are things you can't control. And Stoicism always talks about things you can control and things you cannot control. Things you can control, let's focus on these. Things you cannot control, the fact that it's raining, for example, if it was, or when it's hot or when it's cold, cannot control. So just live with it, make peace with it, because there's nothing you can do.
so here, I
So
just found this
just do
on
your best in that.
on
But there are
Chat
things you
GPT. Go ahead. Let me read this here just so people
go
know,
ahead. Yeah.
and then we'll connect. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that teaches the development of self control and resilience as a means of overcoming destructive emotions. Founded by Zeno of Citium in 300 BC, Stoicism emphasizes rational thinking, virtue, and living in harmony with nature. It focuses on what you can control and encourages letting go of what you cannot. The core principles are a dichotomy of control. Focus on what is within your control, such as your thoughts, actions, and reactions, and accept and let go of what is outside your control, others' actions, external events, and outcome. And it says that living virtuously is the highest good, and align your actions with reason and the natural order of the universe, and learn to master your emotions through rational thinking. What's your take on that?
Well, they summed it up real nice. Yeah.
I think controlling emotions, I think, is one of the most difficult things for us as humans to do. And I,
To me, learning to, at least to some degree, to down regulate my emotions is one of the best things to ever happen to me.
and how did you? Well,
You
first of all,
don't want to down.
K
Yes, you
dot
don't.
says K dot says hello to you.
Hi, K dot. You don't want to down regulate your emotions when things are good. We're talking when things are not going your way. That's when you need to down regulate. Because what's the point of you being super angry? It's not gonna do. People just do stupid stuff when they're very angry. So
Yeah,
it's really,
yeah.
and plus it's like drinking poison and hoping that somebody else is gonna suffer. It's so stupid, it's so dumb. Just in your mind, you think, "Oh, look, I'm so powerful, I'm so angry," but you look like a schmuck. Uh, look, I'll give you an example. Just 2 days ago, I was riding a bike, went to Bal Harbor and back on a coastal path, and there was this homeless woman on a coastal path, and she was walking, and she turned around like she clearly was looking for someone to be angry with. She turned around and she said, "F you." And for
Mm.
a split of a second, I wanted to like "F you too," but then I said, "I love you too." And there were people nearby. They laughed. I laughed. I did not give her what she wanted, what she wanted me to give her, which is to
Mhm.
prove that the world is shit. I didn't give it to her. I I used thinker's comedy. This is logic. This is what you just said. Using rationality. You can, humor is rationality. We
Mhm.
rationalize situations and then we laugh because, oh, really? That's I never looked at it that way. Because
That's
me,
really good. I I read that something, and I've started doing this too. When somebody cuts me off, usually in the car you would put up your finger,
right?
right? Now instead they say don't put up the finger, give them a big thumbs,
That's
and
good.
give them a big smile and go, and and they say like that like annoys them even more
Yeah.
because they're expecting that you're going to retaliate in anger, and instead you go sort of like as if you're kind of looking down at them, going, "You're such a silly person." Like this,
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. I can just see them being slightly disappointed.
and and I yeah. So I think that's
Just do the opposite of what like most people would do.
yeah, and I can imagine why those people laughed when you said "I love you too." That's hilarious. That's a great lesson for all of us. Again, I said I in my life, looking back, I feel like some of the worst decisions I've made have been because I made a decision under duress, anger, frustration, or emotional confusion. And I tried, like the number one thing I'm trying as I get older, don't make a decision. And I'm learning this with chess too. I'm on chess.com now and I'm playing a lot of chess. I'm taking all these lessons. And I've learned that the reason why I was so bad at chess all these years is I would want to show everyone how smart I was by quickly making moves.
Mhm.
And then I said, crap, oh, I just lost my queen. Oh, no, I didn't see that. And now I'm learning, slow down. When you see the first move, wait, see if there are other moves that you can make. Make sure that if you move it, are you going to open up an attack on another one of your pieces? And that's kind of helping me to control, like chess. Chess has been for millennia a great tool to strategize your life
Yeah,
because
that's
it
true.
requires so much forethought, and the people who win are the ones who can think two or three moves ahead. And I'm amazed that I'm getting to the point with chess now. I'm not good by any stretch, but I'm getting better, where I just got this guy in checkmate the other day, and I knew it was going to be checkmate in three moves if he didn't make these other moves. And every time I went, he goes, he didn't see it. He still hasn't seen it. And I got checkmate. I thought it was such a satisfying feeling that I didn't let my emotions get in. And some of the times it was like, in one of them, I lost my queen, but it was deliberate. I was happy to lose the queen because I knew as long as this person did not move the bishop, I was going to win. And normally, lose the queen. Oh, oh no. And you start making these silly moves. So it's kind of like what you're saying. And if you can regulate your emotions and just take a deep breath before you make a movement, you can potentially avoid making a blunder of a decision. What do you think?
Well, yeah, because chess in a way is a symbol of life, because it's symbolic of life, because it's a long game. It's but often we approach on a day to day basis. We approach everything like it's a short game, like it's just now. Tomorrow doesn't exist, and then you see people gamble. You see people, take drugs and get into drug addiction, and they never plan to do that in the long run.
Absolutely. One second, let's
It's
look at the comments here real quick. K Dots is back. Great. Good to have you back, K Dots. Uh, K Dot says, Bro picks the best guests. That's right. Damian is a winner. He's drinking from his Miami Beach mug. Can we see that mug?
it's I bought it in the aquarium, seaquarium.
Oh,
Uh,
I've heard of it. Is the Miami Aquarium worth going to?
Well, unless you hate animal prisons, yes.
Well, I feel like I live in an animal prison, so I kind of appreciate going to see some other animals living in a prison too. And I communicate with those animals in the aquarium, and they say I feel your pain. I say I feel yours. So that's why I think I would enjoy it. I heard they have some controversy though. Like there's some.
Well, they were supposed to be closed almost a year ago, and they didn't. They basically didn't move out, and I think there's a lawsuit pending
I
because
guess it makes
technically,
sense if they don't move out and the animals like they're not going to just evict them and the
yeah,
animals just
no, no, they can't.
drain that pool, drain it, drain the pool.
Exactly, they can. It's a tricky situation because, uh, but also I think I spoke to the lady. She said, "No, we're fine. We're running, and we're planning to stay there because they signed a contract years ago, which was they were still within the contract.
Okay.
So the owners of the land are trying to do something dodgy by trying to kick them out. I think they're planning some a condo estate or something. More condos,
The
more
only
more
thing
unaffordable housing.
more. Yeah, we got a new develop here. What is it? It's unaffordable housing. 20
Yeah,
unaffordable housing units.
ultra luxury homes for people who will not live here full time, for
I
people who will keep them empty most of the time.
I think they should be prohibited from calling it luxury housing. It should be called what it is, unaffordable housing.
Yeah.
It's like we've got a great new 20 units of unaffordable housing, and uh,
and,
well,
and
that will
and
contribute
what would be
greatly to
affordable
traffic flow
housing?
here in the area. What's that?
Yeah, no, because we do have affordable housing. It's a term they use.
But
Oh, we want to build
that's
some more affordable
but
housing.
affordable housing is living in the streets. That's my definition of affordable housing. You find a park bench. Lucas Brock, I thought you were joking when you said I'm going to super chat you in a minute. You came through, my friend. You came through. So what happens, Damien, and everybody else here, when someone super chats for the month, I put them on the super board and I give the spiel. Last month made $447. My top is 520. I'm trying to make 4,000 and
Wow, you're not doing too bad.
not doing too bad. I'm getting there. We're,
Damn, that's a
we're at
good side income.
we were at $50 when I started on the first, and then we got Jamie at 499, Pickley with 1999, V Pirate with 20, Jamie, I am Athena, and now we've got Lucas Brock in the house.
And what do they get back? Do they get like airtime or
Well, the fact that they get a few things. One is they get to know that they supported somebody's dream, and
right?
basically mine. That I'm working very hard to become a full-time professional YouTuber. Number two, they get everyone's accolade. You can see that Lucas got 3 thumbs up right there in the super chat. Three, I give him recognition. I created that super board so that people know they can keep track of how close I am to getting to my monthly goal. And just like a yeah, and they get a shout out.
That's
I
amazing. Yeah, I need to follow you on YouTube.
Thank you. I would certainly love the subscription. And by the way, any of you who are watching, I hope you guys will subscribe too and click like. I do special guests. I do music on my guitar and singing. We do comedy, improv, lots of great stuff here. Let me catch up on.
Man, I love it. I love how you do so many things. I want to read a quote. It's about people like yourself.
Yes.
My favorite people are walking paradoxes, historians who train like athletes, athletes who write, writers who are startups. They don't let fake constructs or labels limit what they do. They are genuine, expressive, and relentless because society tells them to conform, pick one path, and fit in. But they know that fitting in is a trap. Just like in the game of Tetris, when you perfectly align, you disappear.
That's your quote, isn't it?
That is my quote. Except
Yeah.
Tetris. Tetris I stole from somewhere else.
Yeah, this guy's very philosophical, and he read one of these very philosophical musings the other day when I was talking to him on the phone. And can you read it one more time? I want everyone to hear it one more time, and think about how it can apply to your life. Go ahead, Damien.
My favorite people are walking paradoxes. Historians who train like athletes, detectives who are lawyers and YouTubers, writers who are startups. They don't let fake labels limit what they do. They're genuine, expressive, and relentless. They follow their passion, their intuition. Society tells them to conform. Just pick one thing and fit in because that way they're more useful to society. Society doesn't Corporations and government doesn't want you to be wandering around and dabbling in here and there. They want you to become an expert at one thing like a machine and keep doing that thing. But they know that fitting in is a trap. Just like in a game of Tetris, when you perfectly align and slide in, you disappear.
Guys, let's give a round of applause to Damien. I mean, I honestly, can you text that to me and I'll post that on my YouTube wall and give you credit, of course, and I'll link to your channel because I want to have that in writing, and I think that was beautiful poetry. That is a super inspiring. And by the way, V Pirate, if you're watching, maybe I should have listened to your poetry before I knocked it because that was poetry and it was really good. So I'll let you share some poetry, V Pirate, next time. Damien, that was really nice, and thank you for the compliment. You know what? It's so interesting that you wrote that because I am 100% of the same opinion. I hate. I like to be the round peg in the square hole always, and it's what's made my life incredibly difficult because I don't fit in and I'm always getting in arguments. When I was in the military, I was always trying to do things my way and
Mm,
not the military ways. I was trying to make things better and they said, "We don't want it better. This is the way it's done." Blah 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 blah. Uh, but it's also what's made my life so colorful. And look, I mean,
yeah.
look, I met you at the event about a year ago in Miami Beach because of my private investigation firm. And then as a result, you're now on my live stream because I'm a YouTube live streamer. And it's like
Yeah.
it's only because I've been doing all of these very interesting things that I think it's why my YouTube channel actually works so well because I
I
have.
thought it was so cool. This is finally I meet American who actually does multiple things. There's not just American, but most people just do one thing. They do two things normally. One is for what they do for a living because they have to be good enough to not get fired. Another thing is like a hobby maybe. But
And
that's it. There's
all I've been doing my whole life is trying to turn my hobbies into careers. And now I'm doing this thing with YouTube, and I honestly think even you were impressed making like $447. This thing could turn into in a few months, maybe making 1,000 or a couple of years, maybe 2,000. Then before you know it, I could. This is my job. And guys, you got to listen to what Damien said there with the quote: "Don't conform." It's going to be a harder path if you don't conform, but in the end, I think you're going to be the one who stands out and gets you're going to have a higher level of recognition. Let me just respond to some comments. Lucas says, "I'm going to donate. Give me a second." Finally reading that, yeah. Harris says, "Harris, where have you been? the election is over, and then I didn't see you. Billy Bob did a really good live stream last night. Got 1,100 people watching over collectively. You should check that out. And K Dot says, ask this guy. His name is Damian. You have to keep calling him this guy? Show him some respect. Ask Damian if he can be friends with me. Do you want to be friends with K Dots, Damian?
Sure. I mean, we
It's
can try.
all what that means on here is YouTube friends and
Oh
saying
yeah,
hello.
yeah, sure,
It
yeah, yeah.
doesn't mean you're going to the movies tomorrow or anything like that. But again, Lucas Brock, thank you again.
So
That
yeah,
was
yeah, we can do. I'm on Instagram. You're gonna post all that later, right?
Yeah.
The-
If you send me anything that you want me to post about you,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
post it.
yeah. I will.
Um,
I'll
you know what
post
I
my all the
actually should do?
handles.
I should do the post prior to the event. That might no, I don't know. Maybe it's better afterwards. Maybe it's a reward for a good interview because I don't want to promote.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Lucas,
No, I agree. I agree because you don't know. Yeah.
things happen, right? And I don't want to get people too
I mean,
want
have
to.
you had interviews where I don't know it went wrong or do you do these every day?
I do YouTube live. I'd say 95% every day out of the month,
Mm-hmm.
but not an interview. I'd say one interview guest per week about, and the rest of the time is me doing comedy, doing music, motivation, stuff like that.
Oh, I see. I
And
see.
things like
Okay,
that.
interesting.
I don't have enough guests also now to do one every single day. Maybe in
Mm-hmm.
time I will have a backlog and I could say, boom, I'm just filling in these dates. But now I'm very happy if I can find one interview guest per week.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if this goes well, you could be a repeat guest. And then it
Mm.
becomes a little bit easier for me because I've got a bunch of people who I've already known that people like, and people seem to like you so far. Nolan, how you doing? Great to have you here. Nolan, you were up on the super chat board last month. Hoping you can show some support this month. We'll get you up there again. Lucas, what will happen if I donate another dollar? Lucas, if you donate another dollar, uh, I will probably put you in the freezer because I need to use the restroom. I'll put you guys in the. The heck? My thing is going. Why is it saying that my battery? Okay, I'm back. I gotta find another plug here because it's using more battery than my charger is charging. So that would not
Interesting.
be good because then
So the charger is you're not using the best charger you can.
no, I'm clearly not. Clearly not. So Lucas, what will happen if you donate another dollar? I will be very grateful. I'll give you another shout out. We'll put you up on the super board. I will put a. You'll get a special on the super board because anyone who does twice in one live stream gets a little bit special attention, and I'll know that you're a legitimate fan of the Monroe Mann YouTube channel, and you are now an official member of the Roman Empire. Chase is asking if we're brothers. You know, we do kind of look alike. We could potentially be brothers.
Yeah, I can
He's
see
a
that.
lot. Here's the thing, though. When you see us next to each other, standing, this guy's like 7 feet tall. So
6 foot two.
he's 6'2", and I'm 5'11". So I guess there are brothers where they're 3 inches different in height. So, okay, let's tell him that. Why do you keep saying tell him that? Why don't you just tell him? Is one of the most quotes I've ever heard. Oh, he loved your quote. K. Dot said that's one of the greatest quotes I've heard in a long time. Hey,
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. And I I've had so many quotes.
uh,
I
you,
have so many quotes on my list here. It's
so I think it's time for you to create. Seneca's got a book of quotes. Why don't you create a book of quotes?
I think of hers already is getting close to a book now. It's not all of them are a lot of them are not mine, but I would reinterpret the quotes I hear from Stoicism in my own words. Like ideas are like viruses; they travel around and they enter our brain and they mutate because we put our own flair into it. And so virus mutates, and then you release it as a slightly different variant of virus, and then it enters someone else's head, and then this is evolution, guys. by design or by nature.
Very interesting. See, I knew bringing you on would be a good thing. We got a message for review. It says, oh, we have Athena. Athena here. Athena, you cannot be insulting people without super chatting. So Athena said, random guy, your coat is ugly. And ugly coat, you stay out of America. So this guy, okay, this person, Athena, do you see the message?
Right.
Yeah. Strangest person I've ever met. This person super chats all the time and gives me money to insult me and my guests and my fans. So the person's doing it just to, the person doesn't mean it, just kind of makes fun of and before I sang a song making fun of Athena. Thank you, Athena. It's always good to have you here. But the next insult, at least 99 cents. At least 99 cents. At least put something to the channel for
Okay,
insulting.
K Dot says, Damien, what's your favorite sport? Uh, well, long story short, I grew up playing basketball because it's the most popular sport in Lithuania, at least back then. But now I don't play basketball anymore because it's very injury-prone sport. I'm a yoga teacher, amongst other things. I run every day. I lift weights. I could play many different sports. I'm relatively good in tennis, table tennis. I could play volleyball, just like in other things in life. Same with sports. It's multi-focused. I want to say multi-talented because I'm pretty average in all of them. So, except maybe yoga. I'm a highly rated yoga teacher here. But apart
Mm,
from that, yoga is not a sport though. It's a physical meditation. Let's say.
very nice. Very nice. Athena is also criticizing K Dots again. Lucas, will I go on the board again? Has donated another dollar. Yes, you'll go on the board again, Lucas. Um, oh, Athena just gave $2 and insulted you again. Your coat reminds me of the color of vomit. Thank you. I think it's got. Well, how can it be mine? Mine is blue. When is vomit blue? It's got to be yours because yours is orange. I'm and
It's got orange and it's got blocks. This is 90s. So if 90s is vomit, then it's vomit.
who's your favorite '90s band or song? Do you got one?
I think something like Eurodance, like "Be My Lover."
Eurodance. You totally a
Y-
Lithuanian there. Whoever.
"Be My Lover" by LaBouche. Is it LaBouche?
Oh, I've heard that song. Yeah, gonna be my lover.
Yeah.
Oh.
It reminds me of my childhood when my parents were young. They were actually younger than me, and I would just hang around. They would take me to a New Year's party, 1994. I was 8 years old. I would hang out with kids, my parents' friends' kids, and they would do adult things and drink and dance. And so, in a way, I kind of lived 90s through my parents. In a way,
So wait, when were you born?
I'm timeless. Yeah, but somebody said, "What's your political beliefs?" I said peace. Then they said, "What's your religion? What's your religion?" I said love.
I it's no, it's not a bad answer. It's not a bad answer. But
I, I,
that means you clearly if you didn't live through the '90s because your parents, so you must be in your late 20s.
late 30s.
Oh, you're older.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're born in the '80s and you late
86.
'80s.
Yeah,
Okay. So you kind of grew up in the '90s.
yeah, but still didn't was not adult in the 90s. You know.
Okay, interesting. I'm still not an adult. That's why I'm doing YouTube Live.
you
Because
know,
if I were an adult, I would go get a real job and suffer like the rest of the world.
I believe no one really. I think soul doesn't get old. We're all stuck at 27.
I'm stuck at 24.
Good for you. So
Yeah.
we all stuck at something. Because I remember talking to my grandmother, and she still has that inner child who wants to joke and play around. But
Hmm.
there are other difficulties which come with old age.
Yeah,
Could be neurobiological, could be cultural, being behind skills, but there's still that inner soul which is timeless.
I agree. I agree. Jamie, hello. How are you? Hello. See you after the ads. Oh, I'm happy to know that ads are showing. That's fantastic. I don't know who's going throwing all the hearts, but I appreciate. Do you see those hearts, Damien?
I did see free hearts pop up.
Yeah,
Yes,
slide up.
yes.
So I
I'm
don't.
I'm
Whoever's
very
doing that,
flattered.
thank
Whoever's
you.
doing
Yes,
that, yes, just do it
two of
again.
them. I know. I know. Two of those hearts were for you, but one of them was definitely for me.
Okay, I'll agree to that. It's a good ratio.
Uh, Athena's very happy to see Jamie. Yeah, Jamie. Athena's back doing the spam support, or I guess spam super chat. That's like S cubed, S squared, or something like that. Athena says, Jamie, you're the only one I like here. So you don't even like me. You don't even like me, Athena. Boy, but you know what? That's okay. As long as the super chats come in, I don't need your love. I don't need your love. Lucas is playing Fortnite right now. Deegan, how you
Nolan
doing?
says sad penguin. Who's sad penguin?
I'm still catching up. Hold on a second. Practice
Sorry.
Fortnite. Hi, Nolan. Coming back to Miami soon. That's great to hear, Deegan. Is the screen black for you all? Nope. Oh, yeah, it was for a second because I had to check my phone. Hello, Monroe. Hello, Damian. Deegan says it's probably you have both really good quotes. Thanks, K Dots. He looks like you a little bit. Yeah, Elijah, someone just said that we could be potentially brothers. But you know what? Interesting. You know why we look alike? We're both Lithuanian.
It could
My
be.
my family is on my mother's side is from Vilnius.
So your grandmother or
My
grandfather,
grandma's name was Pekinkis.
last name.
Last name Pekinkis,
Hmm.
Veronica Mary Pekinkis. And so I think what you see in alike is the fact that we're both Lithuanian. I think that could be why we
It
potentially
could be, yeah.
look
Not
alike.
that, yeah. Not that to say that all Lithuanians look similar, but
But
perhaps
they're
there are
all
similarities.
incredibly good looking, just
Yeah,
like you and me.
that's- absolutely. It's dream team.
Oh, Nolan says sad penguin. Yeah, yeah, that's what you're talking about. Why was there a
Uh-huh.
sad penguin? Oh, they're calling. Are you calling Damien a sad penguin because of his blue? He doesn't look sad though. He's a smiling guy. Quiet Nolan, K Dots. Thank you, Jamie, for saying I'm lovely. You all are lovely, no matter what Athena says. And Athena's going to try to criticize all of you, even me and even Damien. You guys are all lovely. I'm Athena. Gave another $2 here. I'm not here for you. I'm here for Jamie. That's fine. Thank you for the $2. Wow, look at that. Another excellent criticism coming in. Let's put you up on there, Athena, with a times two in yellow and green right now. Times two. Look at that. Two times two. So Athena's on the board for both live streams today. Thank you. It's okay that you're not here to support me, Athena, as long as you're here to support Jamie. However, Jamie, this puts a lot of pressure on you because in order for this channel to succeed financially, you have to be here every time that Athena's here, or Athena's not going to provide financial support. So just keep that in mind. Um, that's funny, Athena. Quiet, Nolan. I'm Athena. Thank you for donating, Athena. I have the right of the Constitution to do what I want. That's right, Nolan. You do what you need to. Five sad penguins. I don't know what Nolan is talking about, but you know what? It's nice to see five penguins in there. Now, let me ask this. Now, I was surprised to see that your channel has 501 subscribers. Am I right? So,
Is that what it says?
so he clearly is not a YouTuber
No,
because he has no.
I tried to be a YouTuber back in the day. Look how many podcasts I released.
Oh, I don't know. Did you release a lot of podcasts?
Yeah, but like full length, like on location filming, outdoors, multiple cameras. I had the whole thing like
Oh,
set up.
this is why I love YouTube Live because I used to be that type of YouTuber for 18 years and it got me nowhere. And I'd
Yeah,
spend months and months editing and
man,
shooting
all that high
and you
production.
get 25 views, right?
Yeah,
Now I do a YouTube live stream, no preparation. Even you were stressing out more, thinking, what do I wear? Is it bird? I'm like, dude, literally, it's not a big deal. And look at this. I'm getting more viewers and I'm making money doing something that's just improv. No editing. It's fantastic. Let's put Jamie up on the board here. Thank you, Jamie. That's right. You're gonna live up to the hype, baby. Got $1.99 from Jamie here. So anyway, tell us about your channel while I'm putting Jamie up on the board.
Well, I look, I like podcasting since it started. I don't know, 15, 20, 15 years ago, it really became a thing. And to me, it's like audiobooks. You pick a subject you like. I'm interested in a lot of things, and that was perfect. It's instead of audiobooks, now I can just listen to podcasts as well, while I'm doing something else, walking, jogging, going, whatever, driving, just sitting at home, looking at the ceiling
So that
and learning at the same time. And I wanted also, oh, maybe I could do that. I love these conversations, interesting conversations they're having, like we are now, actually. So that was the idea, but the whole setup was so long. The editing was so long. So I think this live thing here, no pre-production, no post-production, super low value, just in your face right now. There's no. I think this is a better version. It's it's
100%. You know what's
it's
cool?
it
And
is
I
more
have it all set
organic.
up so this thing gets recorded automatically. It gets uploaded to YouTube so people can watch it later, and it automatically gets uploaded to Spotify and Apple Podcasts as an audio podcast. And
Really?
most of the people watch it from here, but I'm surprised. Like I go onto the podcast platform and like, wow, 7 people downloaded one of these episodes a few days ago. I'm thinking, huh, that's so weird that some people, as you said, like to just listen to it as an audio, like while they're driving.
Mm-hmm.
And especially since some of them are just like people don't need to see us right now; they can listen. And even though they might not see what we look like and what we're wearing, and might not get all those jokes, but 80% of it is translatable to. So I just think it's so nice because I'm so busy. As you know, I do a million things. I don't have time to
No, no, no way.
pre-production,
It's
edit, and make sure it's all perfectly. And I like the fact that it's so casual because people have lower expectations too, because they know this is raw. This is Monroe and
mm,
Damian, just real people talking.
mm.
And
Yeah, yeah. No, there's advantage to this, and for sure, yeah. I stopped doing I still do podcasts like maybe once a year, where I do still do a relatively high production, only one camera now, pointed at the guest, and it's someone interesting I meet in Miami Beach or anywhere, and like this guy who started Muscle Beach, for example.
mhm.
I interviewed him literally a day before he left the country to never come back again because he was illegal in the United States for 38 years. He was
Wow.
illegal. It just shows you can be illegal for that long and it's okay to survive. You don't. He was doing fine,
But he did
and
leave.
he wanted to leave. He
Mm.
he left,
What
on
country
his
was
own
he
accord.
from?
Uh, Honduras, I think.
Mm. As you guys know, I'm an attorney. I'm also a former immigration attorney. Don't come here illegally. Don't be one of those people. Show respect for our country, show respect for our laws, and get in line, you lazy bum. Okay, I said my piece. Jamie,
Hey,
thanks for
I've
the
got my.
dollar nine.
Should I show you my green card?
By the way, this is a sting operation. You know, I'm a private investigator. I've been working for DHS and immigration, and
Yeah.
they're outside, Damien.
Okay.
So, and I
Let
this
me get
live
let
stream
me
is
get
just
my gun.
this. That will not end well for you, my friend. That will not end well for you.
No, no, to shoot myself.
Oh, well, then it definitely will not end well for you. Let me
No,
catch up
just
on the
kidding. I
chat.
don't have a gun.
Jamie, $1.99. Thank you for living up to the hype. Nolan says, I see them now. K Dot says, where is Damien from? I'll let him answer that in a second. 1 second. What's up, V Pirate? Nolan play games. I'm Athena, says Quiet Pirate. Hey, Jamie, where's my hello? Nolan, I've said hello to you 12 times. Stop getting all testy. Athena can get testy because Athena sends me money. If you don't send me money, you can't be getting angry. You can't be getting angry. You should be grateful that you're allowed to watch Damien on my live stream. For me, don't fall. Nice to meet another guest. I agree. Don't fall. Nolan, you're spamming right here. Don't make me time you out. I hate timing people out. Oh, look at Pirate being a bully. Sad Penguin. Oh my gosh, this chat is just crazy. I'll have to watch TV. Oh yeah. So Jamie, I'm gonna put you guys in the freezer. For all of you guys who don't know, whenever I have to use the bathroom, I put you guys in the freezer. And thankfully, I have a special guest here who's going to be co-host for 2 minutes while I'm in the restroom. So you can answer the question about where you're from,
Hmm.
and keep an eye on the chat. And if someone asks you a question, do that. But I'm gonna come back. When I come back, we're gonna talk about V's live because I did watch most of that. And let me see, why does V Pirate have an N?
So you're gonna put the person on screen as well?
No, no, no. I'm just putting the phone in the freezer.
Oh, really?
So, and that's just my way to know that I'm in the bathroom. So
So
if
that's what he meant, but when he said penguin,
it might
or
be, I don't know. It's a good thinking. Or calling, maybe calling
that's-
both of us penguins
I,
because we both look like, I don't know. But when I'm gone,
I need to watch that show and
by the way, don't use foul language. Don't and do anything that's going to
okay,
get.
sorry.
You better be good. If I come back and I'm kicked off of YouTube, I know where you live. Okay. See you
All
guys in a
right,
minute.
all right. Yeah, yeah. Hurry up. Yeah, guys. So where I'm from, I was born in Lithuania in 1986. It was still belonged to Soviet Union at the time, and I don't remember much, when I was little. But in 1991, the Soviet Union broke down, and and Lithuania became a free country. And that's when I remember started remembering from 4, 5, 6 years old. And then when I always wanted to go to United States as a kid. Would watch movies, and you see Columbia comes up, and then music starts, and you see American skyline, and you're gonna have a good time. And to me, that was introduction of the Western world, the Americas, through movies. And when I was 18, I did the closest thing to moving to United States, which is moving to United Kingdom, to UK. I moved to United Kingdom to study at University of Plymouth, which is in southwest of UK. And not only I did that, I stayed there for 13 years. I started my own business. I had t-shirt printing business. I figured out how to print shirts, myself. And then when I was 7 years ago, I moved down here because as a kid, I watched a TV show called Miami Vice, and I said, "Wow, they built a city for me. I just have to move in. Leisure by day, mystery by night, endless summer, all year swimmable ocean, miles of sand." I said, "This is it. That I have to go there now." And that was 7 years ago, and I did. And long story short, here we are. I started hosting tours, history, architecture, crime, scandals. Join one of my tours. You're gonna love it. There's so much. Yes. So,
You did well. You were talking the whole time.
oh yeah, there's so
Made
much.
one.
Look, I do talking for a living. I don't know if you know, but on average, I speak about 5 hours a day. 2 hours in a walking tour and 3 hours in a bike tour. During the
Very,
busy season, I have 2 tours a day.
very cool. Hey, by the way, do you need anyone to do Miami Beach tours? Because I love people and I love history and stuff. If you ever need someone or you're sick one day, call
Yeah,
me.
the company is growing. The company is growing, and I will. I will.
Let
So
me.
I,
You
I
know, I'm
need
a
someone to.
licensed. Let me. I want to show you something. I want to show you. Let me see if I have it here. I got it. Where is it? Oh, no, I'm gonna find it. You keep talking while I'm looking for something.
So Monroe. So when they say, so what do you do, sir? What do you say to them? I mean, do you give them a whole list or?
It is the most. It's what's made my life very stressful and complicated. I thought the more things that I do and the more degrees I got and the more accomplishments, it would be easier. Like, but it gets more complicated. I always joke, like, Elon Musk doesn't have this problem. He's the exact same thing as me. The difference is he's super famous, super successful, and super wealthy. So everybody just knows, no, he's Elon Musk. But me, I don't have that benefit. I'm hoping that I can become famous by July 2025 so that my name itself becomes, it's like, not what does he do? It's he's Monroe Mann. That's what he does. That,
Yeah.
that,
I
that's what he
love it.
does. Right?
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to steal this from you.
You're welcome to. I gotta find this thing here. I hope I have it here. Um,
How
well,
many
this
business cards do you have?
way too many, way too many. I've got I've got so many things. I've got pistol permits from New York, Actors Equity union cards. Uh, I've got my via Veterans of Foreign War annual member.
What?
But here's the thing I was looking for. This is the 2018 one, but I renew it every year. It's my New York City sites licensed tour guide.
Oh my God.
So
So you did any?
um, I got it, and I did one tour, and then I didn't do any more. If you ever want to expand your tour company to New York City, I've already got the license, so I could go up there and do a tour for a weekend or something like that. I've always wanted to do more and do city bike tours and things like that. I'm always up for adding something else to my life. So let's do
Do you
some
ever
tours.
feel like subtracting rather than just adding? Do you ever feel like, oh, I need to minimize now?
Oh, all the time. I'm always going through the things that I do and seeing what can I get rid of and not do anymore. Like I've had my life insurance licenses for many years for New York, California, and Florida. And I finally, this is the first year that I did not renew any of them. And I just, you know what? I have no time to be doing life insurance sales and service, and I have no desire to do that anymore. So I am pruning, but my process is a little bit different because I prune so I can add more. Does that make
Hmm.
sense? Most people
Yeah.
try to
And you started
prune.
learning Chinese. Is there a reason?
Um, yeah, a number of reasons. One, I love languages. Two, my grandpa was an importer of Chinese furniture from Hong Kong, and he had a company called Dynasty Furniture. So actually, a lot of the furniture in my apartment is Ming Dynasty replica that he imported from Hong Kong. That's Ming Dynasty. Looks exactly
Hmm.
like Ming Dynasty. That table over there, Ming Dynasty. That's Ming Dynasty. So all of these, I have some. I'll show this table in the back. This is really pretty. Um, oh, and this chair here. This is that's like a very like regal, kingly type of chair. This
Hmm.
chair, Ming Dynasty, Ming Dynasty. So I've been around Chinese furniture and Chinese jade and just Chinese culture my whole life. And my dad was in World War II, and he fought in China, Burma, and India. And he lived in the Broadway Mansion Hotel in Shanghai for about 6 months. The U.S. Army took over that hotel in cooperation with the Chinese against the Japanese. And unbelievably, I couldn't believe it. When I went to go live in Shanghai, the Broadway Mansions Hotel is still there and is still in operation. And I could not believe it that I got to walk around this hotel where my dad and the U.S. Army were stationed in like 1944, 1945. And it just brought this. I never expected that it would still be there. So that's basically why I also I was working as a public defender defending felony accused criminals, and I've been doing it for 2 years, and I was getting so depressed, going to the jail every day, going to the prisons, defending people who were accused of rape, accused of murder, accused of assault, a battery. I mean,
Was it here or in New York?
this was in New York, and
So you stopped doing that?
yeah, I was reading. One of my law school buddies, like a few years earlier, had gone to South Korea to teach English. So I kind of had this idea, and he was telling me how much he loved it. And I had been studying in when you do when you go to court as an attorney, as a criminal dockets at least, I'm sure civil, but when it's just a regular calendar day, there are about 50, 60 cases that day. And so you go in, and I was the public defender. A lot of attorneys just went in for one case and then left. I was basically there the whole day, and I would wait and then say, "Okay, this guy needs an attorney. Okay, attorney man, this guy needs an attorney." And so I would go back, interview them, and then I'd go defend them, saying, "We're going to plead not guilty. We're going to waive reading of the rights. We're going to request setting of bail." But a lot of times I'd be sitting there for 20, 30 minutes and there'd be nothing going on, and I would be studying Chinese. And all of the judges and all the attorneys knew that I was the attorney that always sat there studying Chinese. And word got back to one of my bosses, And I was just talking to her one day, and she goes, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "Why don't you go to China or something?" And it kind of just germinated in my as a seed. And about 3 or 4 months later, I took the TEFL exam. And I got certified as an English teacher and started making applications. The next thing I know was in Shanghai, and I'd resigned as an attorney. And I took a huge pay cut. I was getting paid one quarter of what I was getting paid as a lawyer, and
Hmm.
and everyone was telling me, "You dude, what are you doing? Dude, are you having a midlife crisis? What's your problem?" I said, "No, I'm chasing adventure. I'm
Yeah,
going after experiences rather than money."
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I speak, I wouldn't say fluent Chinese. I speak intermediate, but I speak very well. I could have this interview basically in Chinese if you were Chinese right now. And it's something that very few people, especially people who look like me, uh, can speak. And I lived in China twice. What's that? Yeah, and I'm just super. Americans can't speak a second language to begin with, almost basically. I mean, to the fact that I can speak Chinese is even
And
more.
how many years did you learn? Had you have to spend learning it?
Oh, I've been studying it now. I mean, I was studying it a little bit before I went to China, but the year that I spent in China, I spent 20 hours a week. It was really intense. And since I've been back, it's been 2 hours a week, two classes a week. So right after this live stream, I
When
made
did you come back? Huh?
in 2015 at the end. I stayed in the
Okay.
US for about 3 years. 2019, I went back for 3 months. I was teaching English again there. I came home for Christmas. COVID happened, and I never went back. And I have not been back in China since COVID. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can go again in 2025 because I miss it. It's a really, for all of the people in the United States and the West, all you hear is that China's the enemy. China is our economic competitor, and blah blah blah. And that's all true, but people who have been there know that there's a side to China that the media never lets you share. And I'm not an apologist for China. I'm not saying that their communist regime is the way of the world or anything like that. And I love democracy in the United States. But there's something about China that, and you as a citizen of the world, as you said, you know that sometimes it's nice to, I mean, you're living in a different culture. You're living in the United States, which is not the culture of. Mhm.
And one here in Miami Beach.
You lived in Great Britain.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit
Thir-
about that?
I can't. 13
I,
years.
I can't.
Thir- 13 years.
Oh,
No,
he said I can't. I can't.
no,
Let me jump back. Wait, let me jump.
yes.
Just
2005 till 2017. 5, 6,
somebody said.
18.
Uh, okay, somebody is texting me. Oh, it's my Chinese teacher. Okay, well, she said she'll wait for me. That's fine. Um, yeah. So Jamie, just very quickly. Yeah, V's live did very well. I don't know if V's watching right now. I haven't gotten to the bottom of the chat, but he's got a very high tech setup. I personally do not want to put that much effort. He's kind of doing what Damian was talking about for the podcast: multiple cameras, fancy music, this and that. I don't, even if I become a huge famous YouTuber, I still just like this. I want to stay with my roots of, and I've done what V's doing before, and Damien has done to it. And I don't know if V understands how much effort all of that equipment take. I God bless him, and he did really well with it, and it's pretty fancy and stuff. But again, I would say if this were my only job, maybe so. Am I making $6,000 a month? Maybe I can put a little bit more effort, but I'm really concerned that I don't watch America's Got Talent. Damon, do you ever watch AGT?
I've seen it, yeah.
Like you see them when they do their first editions, they're so raw and you love them. And then they keep progressing and they start wearing clothing they would never wear. They start having makeup got on. They have all these fireworks and fancy lights and dancers. I'm like, who the heck is this? This is not the person that made it through
Yeah.
the original edition. And I don't want to become one of those people who gets overproduced. And
Yeah,
then
I
and you
know.
guys go, I remember when he was sitting on his rocking chair, and his guests were also on his phone with just casually in their apartments. I think that's what's kind of cool. And but that being said, I think V's doing really well, and I learned a lot about him. And he had his first cry on a live stream too. So I've cried 3 times on my live streams.
Oh, did you?
And V started crying on his first one, and he's getting right into it. He's getting right into it and sharing some emotion, which is great.
I
And
love it.
Sad Penguin, the live with V was good. Why does V Pirate have it? Oh, K Dots. So anyone on my channel who has a green name and has a little badge next to him or her, that's someone who's a paying member of the channel. So that's
Mm.
somebody who's contributing either minimum $3.99 a month up to I think $15.99 a month for the highest tier, or $24.99. And so next to them, the N stands for new. One means the person's been a member for 1 month at least. The two is 2 months. The next level is 6. So some of us, like Jamie, has a 2. She's actually been a member for 3 months, but it doesn't upgrade until she gets to 6 months. So that's
And
what
what
that is.
some of them have nothing. For example, K Dot's football, there's nothing, right?
Yeah, so K Dot's football, it's what's known as a freeloader.
Oh, okay.
K
That
Dot's
explains it.
just slides right in, doesn't pay anything, and but K Dots supports the channel a lot, shares a lot of compliments, and motivates me, and says nice things to my guests. On the
And
other
gives you
hand,
purpose.
Athena,
Yeah.
Athena says horrible things to me, guests, and my fans and moderators, but contributes money, so I put up with his nonsense.
Yeah, so basically you have to buy your way in to being rude and obnoxious.
Yeah, if someone is just being, if Athena
If
were
as
just
long
being
as you
rude,
pay.
I had to corral Athena a couple of times and say, hey, you stepped over the line. But everyone is able to play along with Athena's joke because he pays money to insult me, or my guests, and I think that's okay. That's kind of funny, and it makes a little personality here. But if someone is like,
Athena is a female, isn't it?
I think, yeah, but I think Athena is a male because
Oh, is
supposedly
it?
this person owns property in Ireland or is Irish and is known as a lord. I don't know if that person's lying over there. Maybe it's all just a farce, but it could be.
Okay. All
Um,
right. Interesting.
so make the penguin happy by liking the stream. You can subscribe, but you also become a paid member. That's right. What are they talking about? I'm at dinner and can't listen. Nolan, we're talking about you. The whole time we've been talking about you and how sad it's been without your presence here. Jamie says this is getting real quick. Freezer time. Oh my gosh, we're just catching up to the freezer time. Oh, I am Athena. Just gave $2. I'm seeing burn your coat. Did you see that while you were in the freezer? I am Athena. I love his 1990s coat. All right, here, let's I am Athena.
Should I put another on?
Yeah, put on the American one.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a second.
And guys, make sure that I stop this live stream by 9:25 p.m. It's around like 9:07 because I have my Chinese class and I don't want to miss that. Thanks, Athena, for recommending that he burn the coat. And K Dots, isn't Soviet Union a strong army? Well, the Soviet Union is gone. Now it's the something else. I forget the Russian Federation. Yeah, so he put on his all American.
This is called Make America 90s again.
So do you want to meet Billy Bob very quickly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 1 second. Billy Bob? Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, well, someone wants to interview you. You mean I need to interview that guy, Damian? Yeah, that's right. Just come on over here. How you doing, Damian? I heard you're sort of an American. Is that true?
I love America, man. I crossed 2 oceans to get here. What did
So,
you do, Billy?
well, I was born here. I'm a true American. I don't care
Yeah,
how
you were
many
just got
oceans.
lucky. You got lucky. I had to do something to get here.
No, I willed it. I willed it upon my parents. I said, I want to be born in America. Well, actually, the truth is, my mama and papa were born here in America. Also, I have a long storied history in America, but I will tell you this: I'm very proud of you for coming over 2 oceans to get here. Now, what two
Even
oceans?
though it was flying, but
Oh, look at
still.
that! Everyone's got something. Now he wanted to impress us with sailing 2 oceans, and no, he just flew. He just got in an airplane. He just got in an airplane. I had to come over there and see because you're wearing a very nice American. Can you tell us about your jacket there?
This is 1996 Atlanta Olympic jacket. I know Olympics is coming back to. Isn't it
Wow.
coming back to United States?
Now let me ask you this: Are
Oh,
you an Olympic contender? Did you compete?
no,
You didn't
no.
compete.
My brother was close to getting to Olympics for Lithuania as a runner.
No
Uh,
kidding.
yeah,
Now, close but no
uh,
cigar. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
yeah,
What does
yeah,
that
yeah.
mean? You got fourth place?
Uh, You have to qualify to even
Oh, so he didn't get
you
into
know
the Olympics first. He was
he
almost
didn't get
qualified.
he was close to qualifying for the Olympics.
Well, I appreciate his effort. You let him know Billy Bob gives him
Because
Gator salute.
he later my brother, although he didn't qualify for Olympics, he got a scholarship in Texas and A&M University, full ride.
A full
And
ride.
full ride meaning everything is paid for.
Now, was it a full
uh
ride on an American Gator?
Say again.
Was it a full ride on an American Gator? Alligator. Was it a full ride on the alligator? Are you telling me it
uh
had the correct answer is yes. Yes, Billy Bob, he was. For the first
oh
time,
yes, it
Damian
was.
is stumped. Damian doesn't know what. He's like a deer in a headlight. He's a deer in a headlight. Hey,
You know,
Monroe.
when I hear that accent, I get a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, that's my intention. Billy Bob likes to keep people on their toes. But I'm going to put Monroe back on because I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. How do you like that, man?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
please.
All right. Don't you say place to me. Naughty, naughty boy.
All
Who is
right.
this guy? Hey, what's up? Good to see you again.
Hey,
Bill,
where do you go?
oh, Billy Bob just went in the other room. Oh, I went out. I had to
You know,
use the restroom again.
yeah, I never see you together. It's so cool.
Athena, you make me laugh. Don't encourage them. Jamie, pirate, be quiet. Gur, that rhymes. You guys are funny. Don't take it personally. Be pirate. He did well. He's interesting. Yeah, I agree. And he had a lot of things to say, and V did very well. Yeah, Nolan. Yeah, he can see the chat. K Dot says someone donate 50. K Dot, how about you donate 50? Why are you guilting other people into donating 50? Oh, because you're broke. Oh, Nolan is broke. Elon is the richest man supposedly. That is true. Billy Bob is actually the world's richest man, but he keeps that quiet. Best YouTuber of all time. Appreciate that. 420 is here. Good talkers are good listeners, and Nolan is a good listener and very polite. You're funny. I am Athena, yet lives with his mom in his 40s. Who lives with his mom in his 40s, Athena? Um, let me see. Priyatna Pajnokomitsa. That's right. Priyatna
Nice to meet you.
Pajnokomitsa, Nash, Novie, Gostia и друг. Something about being a friend. And nice to
Yes.
meet you.
Я говорю по-русски немного.
Do you speak Russian?
Конечно.
You sound very good. You sound
Я
very
говорю
sensitive.
по-русски немного, но я понимаю много.
Я понимаю little bit русский. How do you say, is it Minyoga? Я понимаю Minyoga русский?
Немного,
Nimnoga.
which means little. Yes.
A little.
Hmm.
Athena is, why are you, now Athena's writing in Turkish? Athena had to show off. Someone wrote in Russian, and Athena goes, well, I have to write in Turkish. But Nestle Sinus, yeah, yeah, mem them old them, mem them old them. Do you have a tour ID for your room? We both. We only give tours to paying. We
I
can't
mean, I
just.
can show you this. This is, guys. If you want to know where I am, there's a poster of Ocean Drive, and if you just wait,
We can't. We can't see it clearly. There you go.
let the glare. Okay, there's a building here. Let me switch my camera like this. So this is Ocean Drive, and I am in this building right here.
Wow, you're
Now,
right on Ocean.
it's 2 blocks. It's bigger building, so you can see it's behind the little Art Deco buildings. Now, what's funny thing is when I got this poster, that happened maybe 20 years ago in UK, and I just got it as a little, I don't know, never thought I'm gonna live in one of these buildings, or never even expected that I'm gonna be there one day. And here we are.
And you
Plus,
never expected you'd be on the number one YouTuber's live stream as a guest. Did you ever imagine
that
that?
I did not expect.
I mean,
It's
I
that
mean, your
is
life just
it
keeps
goes
getting
down.
better
It
and
goes
better and
down
better.
as one of the biggest achievements.
I know
Uh,
you're going to be calling your mom back in Lithuania as soon as we get off and go, "Mommy, mommy."
I will be calling tomorrow morning because she's sleeping now. Because in Lithuania it's after midnight. So
This news cannot wait. This
I'll tell
news.
you who I'll be calling. I'll be calling my brother who is in Utah.
Very nice. Tell him that Billy Bob is very proud of him almost qualifying for the Lithuanian Olympic team.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Let me catch up with V Pirate. Says it's funny when people speak things you wouldn't think they could. I knew a guy who was super white but spoke perfect Spanish. We caught so many Spanish speaking criminals off guard as an officer. That is true. That is true. A lot of people don't know that I speak Chinese and I can understand them. And I go up to them and go, "Oh, 我听到你的中文." And they go, I just said I understand your Chinese. And they go, "Oh, oh." What's up, Violetta? Good to have you back. Kiana, 667. Haven't seen you in a while. I want bro to be my English teacher. All right, sounds good, K Dots. Don't ask why I put all the emojis. I want a super chat, but my method was declined. Violetta, next time. Thank you. Jamie Monroe threw K Dots under the bus. My parents won't allow me to donate. K Dots, you're not donating. You're paying me for a service that I'm providing to you. And you're finding value in what I do, and you want to encourage me to keep going. If I were just on the YouTube going like this, that would be it. And you super chatted, that would be a donation. But Damian and I,
It-
we're really providing high quality content.
but
Like
you know what? I want to know. I want to ask you. How did you start? Was it like that?
the live
How?
streaming,
Yeah. How did you start? How the third live stream?
it
How
was.
did you get
I mean,
people
I
to
I
listen?
did a few. I technically did a few live streams a couple years ago, but they were for about a minute, and there was nobody watching, and I just stopped live streaming because I thought, why am I doing this? Nobody's watching. But
Mm.
about in May, I did it again, and I decided I was just going to do it for 10 minutes. And literally around the 6 minute mark, somebody showed up, and I'm like, oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh, there's somebody there. And I started talking to the person, and 10 seconds later, it went back to zero. But it got my adrenaline rush. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe there's something here. And I had to do a lot with zero people watching, and eventually, and I still struggle sometimes. But I mean, now when I have good guests or I'm giving good content, sometimes I see eight. Sometimes I'll get 50 people. It really depends on the content, the time of day, and
Mhm.
whether people find what I'm doing interesting or not. But getting started is a little bit brutal because you just got to force yourself to talk even when there's nobody writing in the chat and whatnot. Jamie
Mhm.
fully supports making America 90s again. So
Yeah.
Damian is starting a new 90s training course. So if any of you guys want to enroll, he will teach you. Everyone gets a 1990s jacket. Am I right,
Well, you
Damian?
you get the whole '90s kit. You get the jacket. You get the Motorola. So
That's right. You get a Motorola flip phone.
yeah,
And do you get a genuine Sony Walkman?
CD
A
or
CD
or
player.
or or
Well,
cassette?
early '90s, I think they were still sets, weren't
So
they?
we need to decide if we're going early 90s or late 90s.
We're gonna have you back as a guest because there's a lot to get into. We could talk a whole live stream about planning our '90s reunion, program. Um, because I have about 7 minutes to go, and then I have my Chinese class. My teacher's been waiting for me.
So let me just say, 'cause I'm good with reunions because 2 months ago in September we had Miami Vice casting crew reunion here on Ocean Drive, and it was a big success. And
We're,
we didn't have Don Johnson on it, but because he wanted 150 grand, but a- a- we did have Edward James Olmos. We did have Sandra Santiago, who was number one female. Olivia Brown, who's number two female uh, of a cast. We
so wait,
had
you were part of the crew?
I was one of the people organizing it. I was
No,
in
but
charge
but
of
but back in the day, you were part of the crew.
no
So
no
like,
no no no
oh no, wait,
no
you were like 12 years old.
no man. Do you know what Miami Vice is?
Yeah. Oh no, but you said you were born 1986. Oh, so you were just
I
being
wasn't
born.
when it started. I wasn't even born. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
watched it in the '90s as a
But
kid.
Lithuanians are very intelligent and they develop at a faster rate than Americans. So maybe you were production manager at the age of 3.
Yes, he was ahead of his time, right?
You heard him stress.
They wheeled me in.
Somebody super chatted, but I don't know. Hold on, let me catch up. V is in the house. What's up, V? By the way, I was just telling, I don't know if you heard, I said you did an amazing job on your first live stream on Clear Trek channel. As I said, I could not put together all that equipment. I don't think I would ever want to do it, but you did a really great job, and you shared a lot of interesting stuff, and you were man enough to to cry sharing a story about your life. And I think the number one key to being a good live streamer is being 100% authentic and being real and just letting people know who you really are. Don't try to be someone you're not. And I'm sure Damian, you would agree as a podcaster,
Yeah.
you got to just be Damian.
Yeah, I mean, but not just on live stream, like all the time. Just
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know. It's-
And
if you're you all the time on doing it
well,
on live stream is very easy.
no, on live stream, I'm completely myself. When I'm in the real world, I'm a completely different person.
You put the mask on.
I put a mask on. Absolutely. When this goes off, people call me Jorge Rodriguez.
It
That's
depends which one of your business cards you are.
You know what's
Which
very
hat
good?
do you put on?
Can I tell you this? My identity has gotten a lot clearer in the last 4 or 5 months. I used to give people multiple business cards. Now I only give them one business card, which is, "Hi, I'm Monroe, and I have a YouTube channel." And
That's the one you gave me.
yeah, and I think I used to give off private investigator cards,
Oh, you
lawyer
gave me
cards,
that. You gave me three or four. The
and now
lawyer, the
now
private
I
investigator, and YouTube.
and I really feel like the YouTube, I think, is the conduit to bring everything together, and I could share everything else with people on the YouTube channel. Just get them to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Um,
Or you could could create another business card which says, "I'm Monroe Man, and you're not."
that dude, you said you're gonna steal mine. I'm gonna steal that one. That is fantastic. Hi, I'm Monroe Man, and you are not.
And maybe a number, maybe not.
I think it's really good. I
Like
like it.
no
I
contact details.
That would be I. Yeah, I don't have any contact details on my card now, and I don't like it because it's hard for people to get in touch with me. But I do like, "Hi, I'm Monroe Man, and you are not."
K dots, it has to be Miami Dolphins. Miami
uh,
Dolphins, because I live in Miami and I'm a diehard supporter of everything Miami, Miami history, Miami Beach, South Florida. As I said, I crossed two oceans to be here.
Excuse
So
me. Let's be clear. He flew over 2 oceans. He
yes,
crossed 2 oceans. He makes it sound so dramatic. Yes, I was on a ship and I was at sea with one oar, but I made it to the coast of Cuba, and then I swam to Key West.
you know
Jamie,
what? I would have done it.
I know you would have, and everyone knows that you
For
are.
America, I would have done it.
For America, you would do anything. Jamie says, "Sorry,
Anything,
I missed your
anything.
live. My little grandbaby was here." V says, "Never see you two together." Violetta says, "Konnichiwa." Oh, genki desu ka? Oh, genki desu, genki desu, genki desu. So very good to see you too. Family is most important. That's true. And 10 minutes left. Thank you, V Pirate. Yeah, I'm going to step off in about 5 minutes. Mark, how are you? Checking in, but dealing with sickness today. I hope you're feeling better. Jamie was feeling sick. Jamie, I hope you're feeling better. Jamie, Violetta has COVID. Is that true? Jamie, you super chatted me for the 10-minute warning, but it didn't come up as like it used to be when someone super chatted, it came up at the top of the screen. And the newest YouTube app doesn't do that. And the only way that I know there's a super chat is if I look in the top right corner and see that the number went up times two. $1.99 times two. Thank you, Jamie. Violetta, you too, Mark. Hello. Isn't Dr. Doom from Lithuania?
Doctor Doom. Who is Doctor Doom? Let me
I don't
see.
know. Do a research on that while I catch him in the chat. K Dot says, "Should I stream?" Yes, K Dots, you should stream. Everybody should stream. Um, what's Damien's favorite ML team? He got to that. I thought opening the Stanley barbecue with the sign that says, "You may beat our prices, but you can't beat our meat." Okay, that's inappropriate, V Pirate. Thank you very much, K Dots. I'm glad you're watching. Maybe he flew the plane with one engine. You know what? Not only did he do that, but he skydived out into Miami Beach with no parachute. And he landed on his feet. It was amazing. Uphill both ways. V Pirate, I will after his stream. Um, so, guys, oh, by the way, K Dots, I have a rule. Don't use my live stream as a way to get people to go to your live stream. It's a big cardinal rule about it. I'm a big supporter of my fans, but don't try to piggyback and stuff like that because I don't want people to feel pressured and this and that. But I will support you. I will tell people go check out K Dot's channel, but never do that to anyone's live stream because everyone works really hard to get their followers, and you don't want to be poaching people. And I try not to poach from others. I was on ClearTrek's live stream earlier. That's V in this live stream. And I made a very clear point not to say, "Hey guys, I'm doing a live stream at 8 o'clock with Damian. Come check it out." Why? I don't want to steal his thunder. And I don't want, he's working really hard to get subscribers and people to watch him. I don't want to get them to come over to me. If V wants to mention, and he did, which was very nice, that I do live streaming and I have a great channel, that's cool. But just be careful about that. But I love you, K Dots. And if anyone wants to go check out uh, his live stream after mine, please go ahead and do that. What's up, Vegeta? Great to see you. Uh, Damien, what are your final words before we sign off? Want to make sure you. Oh, you're looking up Doctor Doom, aren't you?
No, no, yes. What final words? Let me see. There's so much to say. I'll just say this: life is a tragedy in a close up and a comedy in a long shot. You choose.
I
You
love
choose
this.
the lens.
This man's poetry is beautiful. By the way, V Pirate, if your poetry is as life alteringly awesome as Damien's, on the next time you're as a guest, you can absolutely share your poetry. I just don't want any fruity poetry that's so esoteric that no one's going to have any idea what you're talking about. But like stuff like that. So maybe you can send me a few of your examples of poetry, and maybe I'll give you the stamp of approval to share it like Damien did. Damien, what's the name of your channel?
Uh, I forgot the name of my YouTube channel actually because I kept changing the name so many times.
All right, so he'll
Uh,
guys, I'm gonna make a post tomorrow, and I'll put that so you
but
can
my
follow him.
my my Instagram is at Damian Rudys, but you can post it tomorrow with all this stuff. And my YouTube channel is Miami Deco Tours. 3 words. And yes, let's keep in touch, guys.
Hold on one second. Uh, I, 喂，
Or am I not allowed to poach your
那
fans?
那 hold on a second。哎，你好，Maggie 老师，我现在做我的直播，等我3分钟，我再来，好吗？ I just told my teacher I'm doing my live stream. Can you wait 3 minutes? I'll be right there because she's asking where I am. And K Dots, you can say the final words in the chat if you can, because I'm sure other people are going to say it. But K Dots, what are your final words? Guys, thank you much for watching this live stream with special guest Damian Rudys.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad. Aren't you glad that you came?
Oh yeah, I am. You know what, guys? Just a little side note. I nearly canceled. I actually was. I did cancel, but Mr. Monroe Mann, he uncanceled last second. He convinced. He said, "Don't worry, you're gonna have fun." Because I kind of had a traffic. I was in a traffic jam. I was angry. I didn't feel like in the right space. But that changed within seconds.
I'll tell you, as soon as you go on a live stream with my folks, it's a lot of fun. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the 16 likes. We got the silver medal, 15 likes on the YouTube live stream Olympics.
I
If
love it. Life is a garden. Dig it.
I like that, V Pirate. Life is a garden. Dig it. I thanks, V Pirate. See, V Pirate's a poet too. My channel, we do music,
Let me write it
comedy,
down.
special guests, law, philosophy, psychology, motivation, all that jazz. Lots of great stuff. If any of you want to be a guest, please go to youtubeguests.com with an S, YouTubeguests, plural.com. Fill out the form. Tell me why you should be a great guest. And if you make the cut, I'll be in touch and let you know. And uh, V, thanks so much. I'm glad you did your live stream. I know doing the first one has got to be extremely stressful. I have a lot of background in show business, public speaking, stand up, and it was still so nerve-wracking doing my first one. I'm sure it was a little bit better because someone you knew was there. I was doing it cold and I had no fans. I had no one. It was just zero people watching. Uh, but I know it was a tough thing to do, and I'm glad you were felt emotion. Literally, I'm not, and I'm supporting you. If you guys watch his last live stream, he shared a very touching story and he cried a little bit. And I'm telling you that as a compliment because it shows that you were being authentic. You were really being yourself. And I really think that's what will help you grow as a live streamer, just as I've grown as far as I've come. And yeah, yep, I was nervous, but you got better and better as the live stream went on. So just keep doing it, keep smiling, keep interacting, and like I said, I would love to be a guest anytime you let me know. K Dots wanted to have the last word here. You guys are the best streamers. Live up to your dreams. Don't let other people or things get in your way. You will exceed. Thank you for letting me say the last words. It was a pleasure. So since K Dot finally said the last words, we can end this live stream.
All
Damian,
right.
it's an
Thank you.
absolute
All the
pleasure.
best.
We'll be in
Thank you.
touch. Absolutely. Bye, guys.
Okay. Good
See
night.
you.